Well, it was a very exciting night here inside the Ice Palace Film Studios in Miami. Hillary Clinton took the stage just before 9 o'clock. The city of Delray Beach, about half an hour south of here, just issued a mandatory curfew. That will go into effect tomorrow at 6 p.m. Trump just finished speaking within the last 10 minutes. Much windier out here. This is the first time that the gusts of wind, I've actually had to kind of brace myself. Take a look at this over here. Look at the size of this tree that Matthew uprooted from the ground. What do you think of what you've seen?
Oh, there's quite a bit of devastation.
Homeowners I've talked to said it's taken them several months, if not almost a year, to get their houses back to normal, and some are still working. I want to take you over here to this door and through this glass where you can see that white van. We're standing next to Diplomat Parkway, where there are some rather large chunks of the road scattered all along the side here. The drought that we're experiencing right now is really hitting the Cape hard. Just take a look at the canal behind me. You can see the water levels where it used to be and how far it's dropped. The initiatives Chief Diggs has implemented since he started the job have centered around transparency. But perhaps the most damning evidence presented today wasn't testimony, but video surveillance. Jansen was able to pick himself up off the ground, stagger all the way to this trailer. And in a major storm like a hurricane, excess water will flow over that weir. And if the water on this side gets too high, the doors to that dam will open. First, check the inside carpeting and seats for any smell of mildew. Second, check the electronics to make sure they're working properly. And third, check underneath the car for any signs of rust. So for example, a student taking 5 classes or 15 credits would have to pay for 15 credits. A student taking 18 credits would have to pay for 15 credits. The city says if water levels get too low, it could affect the pressure in these hydrants, meaning your family's lives could be at risk. $60,000 gone in just 60 seconds. It happened to one local man who thought he was making a smart move. When it comes to education, getting kids interested in certain subjects can of course be tricky, but sometimes all it takes is a creative project to get them curious and ready to learn. The county will be at Fort Myers Miracle Games handing out these reusable grocery bags with those 5 items right there on the bag as another reminder. Firefighters say it has minor burns but was not seriously hurt. However, the problem, those firefighters couldn't find his mother. At this point, 2 police officers are dead and 40 people are injured. Let's get right over to WIC News anchor Amanda Hall with some breaking information.
Identify this because of its characteristics. It has white, it has black, so it's a
zebra. I'm just
exactly
kidding.
right.
I wonder what I would do if my belt snapped in the middle of a newscast or something.
Act like it didn't happen and carry on.
Throw it aside and just keep going.
Things are starting to get better, but slowly in some cases. WIC News reporter Adam Wright is covering that part of the story.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. The latest update we got is that just over 150 customers still without power here. That's up from that's down from about 200 when the day began. And LCEC says their crews will continue working until the last customer gets their power restored. Now we're on Southwest 17th Place, and take a look over here. I want to show you this. This is just one example of the damage that's still visible in the neighborhoods out here. This huge tree snapped right at the base. And take a look over here to the right. You can see it fell on the roof of this house and is completely covering the entire front of this home here. Luckily, nobody inside seriously hurt. And this is just one small example of the millions of dollars estimated in damage citywide.
It was a beautiful lanai 2 days ago.
This is what's left of Mark Polly's home of 10 years. His wife, Vicky, was home when the tornado came barreling through the neighborhood Saturday evening.
It just sounded like a huge freight train, scritching on metal coming through. I mean, I could feel debris going, hitting the sides of my legs and my arms and stuff. It was horrible.
Inside, a sign of just how lucky they really were. So this is your daughter's room?
Yes, the tornado came through, exploded the window. The ceiling is gone. She was at the neighbor's house 2 doors down.
But your daughter could have been here when this happened.
Yeah, she could have been, and thank God she wasn't.
The damage elsewhere, extensive and widespread. Throughout Monday, crews worked to clear debris and restore power to those still in the dark. Using the Soaring Sky drone, WIC News has been able to give you the clearest view from above of the devastation brought to hundreds of homes in the Southwest Cape area. What's it like seeing it in this condition?
Nah, not good. Not good at all. I feel kind of like, I'm glad to be alive.
Many people we've talked to today said they're still waiting on estimates of the damage of their homes. Many estimate themselves that it's in the tens of thousands of dollars, and many anticipate it taking months to get back to normal. Live in Cape Coral, Adam Wright, Wink News, now.
First at 6 o'clock, a Punta Gorda police officer charged with manslaughter and the chief facing charges for culpable negligence after a deadly shooting at a Citizens Academy.
Mary Knowlton lost her life during the shoot, don't shoot situation on August 9th, 2016. Today, the state attorney's office formally announced the charges.
Only Wink News reporter Adam Wright was there when Officer Lee Cole bonded out of jail. He joins us live with more details now. Adam.
Yeah, I spoke to Lee Cole's attorney, who told me that his client is devastated. He said Cole is not guilty of manslaughter, but wants to offer his condolences to the family of Mary Knowlton for what happened. Cole turned himself in this afternoon. Only Wink News cameras were there as Punta Gorda police officer Lee Cole walked out of the Charlotte County Jail, charged with manslaughter for the shooting death of Mary Knowlton at a Citizens Police Academy back in August. How do you feel right now that you've been charged?
I already said he's not making any comments.
Anything you want to say, Lee? Cole remained silent. However, his attorney, Jerry Berry, told Wink News in an exclusive interview that his client's actions the night of the shooting, while perhaps negligent, were not criminal.
And I don't see how the facts as we know it would amount to criminal negligence as opposed to simple negligence.
Investigators say Cole shot Knowlton during a shoot-don't-shoot demonstration using a training gun that was not supposed to be loaded with live ammo.
Lee Cole absolutely positively did not know there was live ammunition in that gun.
Shortly before Cole walked out of jail, State Attorney Steve Russell held a news conference and announced his office is also charging Punta Gorda Police Chief Tom Lewis with a second-degree misdemeanor.
He did unlawfully, through culpable negligence, expose Mary Knowlton to personal injury by failing to implement and utilize sufficient safety protocols.
The Punta Gorda Police Department is not commenting on the charges, instead directing all questions to the city manager's office. Live in Charlotte County, Adam Wright, Wink News, now.
All new and only on Wink News, Star Wars fans, we have a treat for you. We first told you last year about a local firefighter with an incredible talent. That's not him. But Ed Zarek builds robots like that in his spare time. He's now adding to his collection and making quite a name for himself. Only Wink News reporter Adam Wright has the story you'll see only right here.
You know his name. No, this isn't the actual R2-D2 from the movies, but it could fool most people.
The dome, all these parts are all custom machined aluminum.
Ed Zarek, a Sanibel firefighter, built the full-scale replica himself.
R2 probably took me between 5 and 6 months. Custom electronics I did myself, they're actually all under here.
When he's not fighting fires, Zarek spends most of his time in his garage turned workshop. Before he built R2, he built this BB-8 replica. The two have quickly become friends. Zarek doesn't only build robots, though. He also makes these custom portable gaming systems out of PlayStations and Xboxes. Unlike his robots, Zarek sells these for serious cash.
It can range anywhere from $1,600 to more, depending on how detailed it is.
Just last week, he sold one to Boston Red Sox pitcher David Price.
He told me he'd be in Fort Myers for spring training, so yeah, he just stopped by after one of his training practices, and I picked it up in the shop.
Meet Eddie Zarek. Eddie.
Hey, everybody.
Zarek's work also got the attention of Adam Savage. You know him from the show Mythbusters. The two recently shot a video together for Savage's YouTube channel, Tested.
I can't wait to see what you do after this, because this is a masterpiece.
It was real nice to be able to collaborate with him, because it's someone that I looked up to and respected.
Zarek's got other projects currently in the works, and one day hopes to patent some original inventions.
Hopefully in the next few years, you know, maybe some of my stuff's on the shelves.
In Lee County, Adam Wright. Wink News, now.